Christmas Day. We exchanged gifts this morning and had some breakfast. And right now I've got the grill going. I'm gonna make some steaks for dinner. And I've also got some grilled potatoes, and going to do some grilled asparagus and some grilled mushroom. And that'll be Christmas dinner today. It's really a different schedule down here, you know. When I'm on my own and when I've got the day off, usually I'll try and write or edit in the morning and, you know, go for a bike ride somewhere and run around. But out here, you know, I'm doing some editing and, you know, not too much. So yeah, it's going to be a relaxing Christmas day. Hopefully we'll be able to get downtown to downtown Hot Springs, because there were some really beautiful Christmas lights that I saw last night and I'd like to capture before I head back to Chicago. So that's Christmas Day. I'm outside in a t-shirt and I'm grilling Christmas dinner. Being a Chicago boy, it just kind of boggles the mind.
Yeah!
Then you shouldn't be doing that anymore. You know, you should just retire.
We did. Sold it all.
Yeah. Well, like after the original trip. Okay, about to see Star Wars: The Force Awakens with my dad, and actually my dad's right there. The one thing that I'm worried about is how do they treat the relationship between Leia and Han Solo, because, you know, in the original trilogy there was this love interest and they were, you know, getting really close to getting together, and it seemed like they were pretty much hooked up by Return of the Jedi. And so I'm just kind of wondering, like, how are they going to treat that relationship? The one thing I'm worried about is, are they going to Barney Fife it? Because with Return to Mayberry, there was this whole thing with Barney Fife and the girl that he was interested in, where it just kind of fizzled out and nothing really happened or worked out. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that hashes out. And yeah, very excited to see this Force Awakens. Been waiting a while, and here we go. Just saw Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and overall, you know, it's a good movie. There were a couple things that kind of bothered me a little bit. I don't know. I guess it's weird. The whole Barney Fife thing that I was worried about didn't happen. You know, the Han and Leia relationship kind of played out the way that you would expect it to play out, and you know, there's just certain tropes that I think an audience tends to expect with a Star Wars film, and I just kind of felt like, you know, we're getting handed you know, a big old plate of mashed potatoes, and we're just piling on mashed potatoes and gravy and peas and carrots, and it's kind of like the same old stuff again, but different. And, you know, I mean, overall it's a good movie. It's fun. There's something about the original trilogy, and especially with A New Hope and also Empire Strikes Back. You know, you're not gonna top those two films, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think my takeaway from seeing The Force Awakens is that, you know, when a filmmaker is struggling and when a filmmaker has hardly any resources, you know, like you look at THX 1138, George Lucas's first film, and you look at American Graffiti, you know, one of his early films, and, you know, it's hard to see something come out of a filmmaker that gets that close, you know. there's just something about the vision when a filmmaker is struggling, and you know you're doing everything you can to reach those dreams, versus you know you've got a studio backing you, you've got the best screenwriters backing you, you've got the best visual effects backing you, you can cast from pretty much anywhere on the planet. You know, it's like when you have all of those resources, I feel like it utterly takes something away from, you know, what a filmmaker can do with hardly anything at all. I guess it just comes down to telling a story, and telling a story that's close to your heart, and you know, just using the medium to express that. Yeah, so I guess that's my overly idealistic, overly simplified takeaway from seeing the Force Awakens tonight. All right, that was today was Christmas. Went and made some chow, saw a good movie, and Merry Christmas. Not sure exactly when this will get posted, but hopefully this weekend.